Welcome back. Today we are going to discuss how to beat stress and be happy and live a fulfilling life. Stress is one of those very vague concepts which is very difficult to quantify, and that's why we are dedicating a pretty big video to cover this topic. It's a very serious issue too of current humanity as well as humans. Many people suffer it, like everybody literally. I'll be doubtful if most people will suffer, like even I suffer from it. Okay, means some of the stress factor which I will discuss, I can't resolve it. So what I do to get over it, right? So let's take a basically stress is a double-edged sword, and that's why even a small amount of any excess stress is bad for you because we already have too much. Like there's a forest fire going within you right now. Most of us is there's so much stress in current world, and it's consuming them daily and killing them eventually. Like millions and millions are dying because pretending to be happy, giving up will not help. And then you can understand why it will not help, because you're not removing the cause of the stress. That's so pretending to be happy is not going to help you. It's just going to consume you a lot faster. So we will look at a cellular level, like, so we will not take a high. This is not a video of a high level, this is still not detailed enough. Like it's hardly covered 5 or 10% of the material, but it's at the cellular level. We are looking at not from billion foot high, which usually other videos covers. We will look at a cellular level, and we need to understand the core issues. Yes, I will not go over this. You can read it, like, at a cellular level, dendrite level, epigenetic level, why code get executed, why sometimes the cell repair itself, sometimes it causes you not your heart to not function properly, or brain to not function. And you have to understand why we look into the parts, so if think of a machinery, right? If the parts of the machine, like washing machine, if your drum is not motor is not working, the washing machine will not function. Or if the controller microcontroller is not working, it will not work. Similarly is human body. If your individual parts of the brains are broken, your brain will not function properly. It's as simple as that, right? That's why we look at the cellular level rather than at the billionth level. I'm sure there are a lot of articles out there which covers in a billion, like, and we should aim to remove the cause. So we not only discuss what causes stress, but how do we deal with it. That's why you are with us, right? You want to live a healthy life. And as I said, prevention is better than cure. And just to be a disclaimer, you always know that. Remember, if you're sick, you need to discuss these with doctors. We are just environment, IT, tech, farm business experts, okay? Prevention is better than cure. In fact, it's very difficult cure without fixing the reason that much causes, but still, it is not a medical advice. If you are sick, go consult a doctor. Right. So, as I said, stress is everywhere, and it's very difficult to get rid of it. So, basically, I'll cover a lot of stress, right? And so, which is actually you're facing it, right? And I'm facing it. So, how do I deal with those stress? If you can't remove it, right? It, like something like global warming is one of the stress factors. I cannot remove it for, so I make a task list, like, assuming normal working hours, like, I can what I can work, I can push a little bit, I can work 10 hours per day. So I assumed it will take around 77 years. I model another one, let's say assume 12 hours, reduce my sleep, and I thought it will take me 130 years. So sometime you have to balance out, unless, and there are other ways to, right? You can get others to help you or pay somebody else to do, and then it can be speeded up, and we have factored in. And as more people join us, we will reduce, we'll tackle these more better. But even with these problems, there will always be problems, right? So we need to quantify it, make a task list it, and start working towards it. Because once you have a task list, you know what you need to hire, because now I know what I need to do and what I need to hire. First thing, you have to understand what is stress. and how to tackle it, right? That's what I said, right? Want. So major reason of stress, which most people know, right, is want. I want something. Want creates a expectation in your mind that I need, and if you don't get that, like I want a promotion, I want TV, I need the toy child says, right? And of course it's a different, I will not cover here how do we deal with child, because I'm, but want is the main, like I need a, so you need to understand, never go with why want, because if your want is not helping you live a better life, don't worry. You should, want only give you stress, cost you money, friend, and time. Even though you're this is the most you are aware, so want you should avoid. Means our wants is also destroying flora, our environment, causing global warming, polluting your water. So you have to understand the difference between need and want, right? I need a house, right? You need to live somewhere. I want a bigger house. Means yes, you need around 5,000 square feet of space, land space, everybody individual, but and it's okay, like we do. So if you have something of less, you need ideally that. So how do we cover that? We have strategy for that as well. Needs are required for healthy living and survival. Remember, this is another important point. Your wants is preventing you from getting your basic needs. Most of us is doing, means you're causing yourself stress by mm, thinking about want, but you're also denying yourself basic human needs by wanting something. So never want anything. So we will look like currently even basic nutrient needs remain unfulfilled. Like it's not one day event, like over centuries we keep changing environment, we keep changing our oil, we keep changing our food, we, like it was a gradual decline of uh, what human needs. Now we don't have food, which is so basically our food has changed so drastically, or our environment has changed so drastically, that we are unable to fulfill our even our basic needs. Like we lack nutrient to even make us happy. We lack nutrient to reward ourselves. This reward is a primary way how brain remembers something. How brain is just like an AI program, right? when when I teach my computer to learn something and I say, hey, this is correct, it remembers that, and that this is the reward functionality. The brain reward itself, like, hey, you found that, like you're trying to learn table tennis, and if there's no reward and penalized circle, the brain will not learn. So reward and pain is a part of learning exercises. Reward, there's nothing wrong in reward, nothing wrong in thinking, oh, I want. Wanting is wrong, but rewarding is good. Okay, so you reward brain. So basically I'm talking about cellular level, so not about uh, you know so your brain has to reward itself, but it does lack the crucial nutrient to do that, so it can't reward. That means this brain start functioning cannot. And you can see this evidence also. I will not go through this evidence. I'll cover them briefly. Understanding criticism and mental illness. So yeah, there's an article. I welcome everybody to go through this article. Any question, just push on. I'm going to answer you like a layman as well. So we are fast losing our natural flora. Like we need to eat, like you have to understand, every cell is thousands of power generation machine. It's very very complex machinery, very very. I will let you read this, but yeah, luckily it's very easy to fix. This is one of the part which is very easy to fix. Our body knows how to deal with this immense complexity. Like we already are coded with that, so we already have that ability. It's just that we need to give them the proper nutrient, right? It's like we have all the code for the machinery which cell needs to stay alive for hundreds. But to make the machinery, we need to make the right nutrients. Like we have all the machineries. We know we have the code to make those machineries. We have nutrients required to make those machinery. Then nutrients required to run those machinery. Then nutrients required to trigger those machinery. Then nutrients required to shut down the stress. So it's a very deep interplay of what you eat, your environment, like mostly your food, because food is the only thing which goes to your cellular level. and can actually talk to your genes and epigenetic, and miss basically your gene is talking. Food is talking to your gene, like, hey, I need this, I'm in distress, and do something about it. So every cell need specific triggers and input, and that's the food is the only one capable to enter your cell and your nucleus and say, hey, here is the repair thing, run this code. Only food has that ability. We can find some chemicals so far, and it's very difficult. We will get there. We'll get there in eventually in few thousand years. But as of now, we only know food which can do repair stuff. Yeah, and we are making thousands of food available for you, so you can grow them yourself. There's nothing like you have to go. So you have to understand, like, this is how body functions. This is stress. This is stress. You talk about billionth high level your body, but this is actual stress. You see this guy, normal cell, normal day-to-day working. It's a natural process, right? Cell will breathe, cell will do stuff, cell will repair stuff, and free radicals are generated. And if you have this radical, they makes the cell like this, unless there is this happy cell, healthy atom, free radicals generated because of the oxygen. It could be generated by pollution. There's a lot of ways of generating those. Majority is still your oxidation, like energy production. That's the majority way how oxidative stress comes into picture. Free radicals. And so there are these things who hungry for these things, and there are compounds naturally available in plant, and human can even make them, which can give away this extra thing which these free radical needs. If free radicals are not given, they will start from a healthy cell, make them wriggle, say like an old man, so you don't want it to happen, right? So this, what are, so we haven't covered. Okay, so there are many evidence of this. You saw the healthy, so we'll cover to that evidence later. All right. So you might think that, hey, is brain, what is the evidence? What is the linkage between brain and food? Like, your happiness, your depression, your feeling happy, feeling fulfillment. So brain, it's all in the brain. So Alzheimer, see, risk of Alzheimer is 10x in urban than rural. So that's a proof that this new way, modern way of living, of Western, that's why we call them Western disease. Even though it may be in India, it's still a Western disease because the root cause of the problem is Western culture and modern food, which like it's a capitalist. Like, I want more money. It's not like Western means they took the science to make cheap food and now minting money because it's a capitalist society, right? So they forgot the science part. They just use the science part to make it big shelf life. The food never dies. It looks pristine, but apart from that, they don't care. They don't care about you at all. So least in ruler. So that's another, and we'll cover more evidence because it's we wanted to make it evidence based, right? So you can see more of a graph so that it's easy to understand, right? Let's see. Look at this guy. So as you age, your most of the ability down. Now your physical ability not only goes down, your even mental ability goes down. And again, it's related to your oxidative stress because as you age, what other evidence we have, like, these are the compound when lipopene is one of the compound which is needed, which is gone from modern field. Like, it has gone drastically. So we need to grow, we need to have these compounds to act as this antioxidant guy. We don't have. Let's see this evidence, what this talk about. And you can see that the effect is like, obviously, stress is a self-feeding loop. Stress lead to rise of many diseases, and many diseases lead rise to more stress. So it's a feedback loop. So stress is very important for proper functioning of the body. And you can say, as time has gone, our environment has gone bad, our food has gone bad, and hence you can see the diseases are rising. So there is a 7 and 8 evidence as well. Let's look at that. Right, and this we saw that, right? This only food can give you proper activity. Like people think like, hey, I can eat a supplement. That's not going to work, right? So this is another evidence. Like all cause mortality, if you take vitamin A, there's 60% more chances to if you take these. So basically, supplement don't work. Means it actually makes you die faster. So it causes more harm to your body than good to you. So you have to take again, if you are sick, you need to consult a doctor. But otherwise, don't rely on supplement to give your nutrient. Eat your food, right? Okay, so let's see that 6 done. Let's see what 7 and 8 says. Right, so you can see many diseases. I'm not the brain diseases because it's obviously related to brain. This stress is more a factor of brain. Of course, it's cellular level, but people know associate more with this is what this article talks about, right? Nutrition and depression, they can't easily understand. It's very difficult. It's not everybody is a food engineer. So even you study rocket science doesn't mean you study. So I understand that you cannot understand the relationship between nutrition and brain. Uh, like depression is thought as a strictly biochemical emotional, right? Yeah, there is a basis to that. Like there's some basis, like we can do something like to have a proper, but to have a proper functioning brain, to have less stress, to feel happy, to feel fulfilled, you need a proper nutrient, because unless you have all this nutrient, your brain will not function well, and it will have all this I'm not going trying to make like it's a cure for all, but just have a proper brain, nothing will happen, that's it, done. Proper brain, better earning, you do better in life. And okay, so 7 has covered. Let's see what 8 covers. Yeah, same with Parkinson's. All the diseases are rising because of modern lifestyle, because we are lacking the basic needs. So this is the main thing. We are currently, even basic nutrient needs are unfulfilled because of changes in lifestyle. Like it's, you can say I live in a remotest part of a village. Am I still affected? Yes, you are still affected. Because globalization and westernization have destroyed local industries. If take for example like the oil, like I mean, there are hundreds of examples, but I'll take you one example. Take oil, right? Earlier, oil was cold pressed, removed, natural, no chemical added. Now, check the oil production process. I'll not go to it. Just go check it. How many chemicals? It's basically washed with chemicals, like again and again to make an oil. So yeah, so but yes, they're still kind of protected, as you have seen. Like there's, but it has impacted everybody who's connected to the world. Like even a village is, if it is connected to the rest of the world, like to have a cell phone, they are impacted. So yeah, they all lack basic nutrient. I found a totally secluded tribes, which we also studied. Like that's how we know all these things, right? So yep, this is a summary of it. Don't forget this chart. Degenerative. What are the other factors of stress? Chemical pollution. Okay, I think this video is getting longer, so I will not cover the rest of the point. You can ask me question, I can make video that. So other factor of stress is chemical. I will just briefly can read it. I'll just go through the evidence. You see, the food can prevent chemicals, and we are getting all these diseases now. And cancer causes, what causes cancer? Environment, and these are the factor which causes cancer. Loss of diversity biome is a very another is another big topic, going to take a lot of time. I'm not going to cover. um, so basically I covered two things: want and lack of basic needs. Lack of physical movement, again, it's a very big topic. I'll cover it later. You can read it, pause and read. Infection, again a very big topic, but obviously, and we are giving you a solution here. You will be seeing in your panel as well your solution as well. So you just have to look in the right panel and you will get it, those information as well. You don't have to watch this video to any of these things. It gets prompted to you. Lack of quality intermittent, again, I'm not going to cover it. These are the causes of stress: global warming and climate change, and what to do to fix it. It's very easy to fix. Again, cause of stress, some explanation, again, is a very high foot level, and then how to fix it. Lack of sufficient quality sleeps, again, one of the major things. What we need, what to do to fix it. It's very easy to fix it. Means you have to try hard. Means your life is the most important part of your life. You have to understand that, it's your life. So you have to spend time on your life. Okay? If it takes 5 hours to cook, it takes 5 hours. Yes, I'm asking you to eat 100 plus food. Somebody must spend 4 hours. Yes, it's your life. We can help you. If it's more time consuming, you're not getting time. But at the end of this, your life. Yes, you have to spend time on it. Accident, crime, what? What? Okay, I can't certainly do anything about that. No. The evidence which says that even accidental death, if you have eaten proper food, your NLR ratio will be better and your chances of survival will be better. Even crime, if public have fed the right food, like if you haven't done all those problem, if you haven't caused all this problem, the crime rate by itself would have been less. Plus providing the right food will reduce the crime rate further. Plus we also, risk help each other. We are living in a society. Let's leave no stone unturned to help anybody. That's the motto. This is how human is a social animal, and we need to help each other. We have many projects. You can help us if you have to constantly keep working. There's no stopping. Like you feel tired, go to sleep. Wake up, start working to make sure that all these stress factors are tackled. Right. Failures are the pillars of success. So I will cover this because this is related to, I covered only 2 points. The rest of the point I'll make more videos on stress. I think it's getting too long. So we covered want and we covered lack of basic nutrient, right? The basic nutrient, if you took the right food approach, thousand of food approach is, this stress. Failure is a pillars of success, but it need not be ours, right? So basically plant is stressed out already, right? Plant is one of those things, like stuck in a ground and have to face parasite, fungi, bacteria, other plants, somebody trying to trample it, somebody is obviously plant leads a very stressful life, very, very stressful. You might think that way. So what it has done over billions of years of evolution, it has developed a special natural compound to tackle this. But the modern way, the way we grow food, we don't stress the plant at all. They're obese plant. They don't produce those beneficial chemical which human need, because the plant don't need them either. So it's not only about chemical free food, you also need to eat properly naturally grown food, not in an obese environment where plant is given everything. Like people say, hey, what can I grow in this ground? Doesn't matter, just grow whatever it grows, just grow. Like throw 100 seeds and let's see whatever comes. Let nature decide. If something grows less, will you cut the tree? No, I will leave it, because it is a stressful environment and you need the nutrient from different parts of the world, right? It's not that aluminium, copper or magnesium is all found in one part of the world, right? So we do need food from different, one which is grown in stressful environment, one which is grown in excess environment. So we do need a mix bag of that's why we recommend eating 20 varieties of tomato, not one variety grown in a different way. Plus we ask you to eat from the start, like a microgreen, then the leaves, then the stem, then the pod. But what people do, they just eat the obese fruits. That's not going to help you. The fruits are obese, obviously. Obviously, from part, it's the last part. Like they have to pump in the most nutrient, not most calories, like sugar. But Most of the nutrients are the leaf, because that is the powerhouse of any plant, right? So that's what you have to make sure, that don't eat abuse. And it's already too big, so I don't want to make this. Okay, so basically, as I said, we'll cover up with this. Okay, let's another evidence. Let's see what it does. It says, okay, we already covered that. Okay, maybe it's a duplicate. Okay, but yeah, it's a still related evidence, like that plant have. So we can stress our plant and get those beneficial compound to deal with our stress from the plants. So our body doesn't even have to worry about it. Doesn't the plant just take care of your stress? Outsourcing. Let the food do your work. I know. Yeah, I'm stressed. I want to live. I want to play hockey. I want to have fun. Cellular damage. Let the plant take care of it. And that should be the goal. Why shouldn't Ilana? They have billions years of advantage. Let's use it. We have been here just millions of years. Yes, we have involved with them. We have started using them. Okay, so let's show some love and share it. Like as I said, we talked about this as one of the crucial part is about helping others. Let's help. Let's ensure that nobody's in stress. Subscribe, like, appreciate, comment. Like if you want to know anything, if I made a mistake, please let me know. Not that I know everything now. I'm still have to go through lakhs of research papers, right? It's a continuous learning process. We are learning, we are doing more experimentation, we are learning, we are reading again, we are analyzing, we are hiring more people. It's a continuous learning process. That's why it's a monthly program. It's forever program till you want to live. You want to live 100 years? Yes, it's a program for 100 years. If you want to live 150, it's a program for 150. If you want to live 200 years? Yes, it's a program for 200 years. It's your choice. So we will end with this guy, right? Being defeated is a temporary solution. You might feel defeated, right? And you can accept it. No. Giving up makes it permanent. Never give up. You can be successful, you can beat, you can live healthy, and you can be like 25 years. So we put a full stop to aging, right? And you can say what stress has to do. It's the same factor. As I told you, right? This aging process is nothing but the same factor. See, this is aging. Can you see cellular aging and your aging? Can you see the comparison? Right. And okay, forget about aging, how we look. I mean, look doesn't matter, right? Forget about it. Ability, walking ability, running ability, getting up, making your own tea, visiting your friends, mental ability, able to comprehend things. We talked about the mental ability here, right? We'll see what are the things we need. Mental. Let me find it. It's a recap of okay 4. Let's see if I can find the mental thing. What are the thing mental ability you need? 3, 2. Yeah, you need later comparison, pattern comparison. Means for doing normal day-to-day work, you need to do a lot of stuff. You need to have long-term memory, short-term memory. You need to learn the node. So we test you in various way to make sure that your we measure daily. Like it's your choice. You could do it weekly, you can do monthly, but we recommend doing daily, right? So that we can know your progress and we can the it's a feedback loop. As we learn from you, we adjust. The AI learns from, hey, this is not working. It's obviously it's not doing that, but so it's this feedback loop. There are 1,000 plus. Which 100 plus is selected for you in that month? It depends on you and how those things are performing on you. The same thing can be miracle food for you, may be very bad for another person, and that's why it's because everybody is different. Okay, so this is a note. Let's live a fulfilling, healthy life, and I'll say subscribe. Thank you. Bye. Talk to you later.